All right, CSW mentorship program. I just want to give top 5 things I think new chiropractors coming out into practice should really take hold of when they're trying to set themselves up successfully. So number 1 is great mentors. You need people who are going to help you raise your level of your expectations and develop you. And it obviously should be people you look up to or you want to practice like or be like. Granted, always keeping in mind that you are your own person, but a coach is a great idea as long as the coach resonates with you and is going to lead your practice and your decision making in the direction that you want to go. I think coaches are awesome. Number 2 is get really versed in written down goals. So when I first started, I always made sure that we had a goal for what I wanted as far as like patient visits or whatever it was in my practice that week. And I continue to set those goals every single week, because if you don't know where you're at and you don't know what direction you're going, how are you going to end up there? So written down goals are huge in any area of your life. Obviously practicing is the same. It's going to work if you write it down. So put yourself out there and know which direction you want to go. Number 3 ties right into the goal setting, self-development. So we are continually working on ourselves and a student of self-development. Every single day, if you can get a half hour, 60 minutes, something in that you're reading something positive or you're reading something that you're learning about that's, changing your mind on something so you're evolving. For maybe some people it's always on something chiropractic or on something with your philosophy, but it could be on other areas of your life as well, especially as you're starting to develop other things in your personality. For me in the beginning, I read a lot on headspace, and then now I'm really getting deeper and deeper in my chiropractic philosophy. So that leads me to my 4th one, which is chiropractic philosophy. Coming from a school that wasn't real deep in philosophy, this was probably one of my weaker points starting out, and I was lucky that I had read so much on universal principles that as I started to really realize that I was weak in my chiropractic philosophy, that's where I really started to build and still am. And I think as you get deeper in your chiropractic philosophy, you start to look around too and realize that the people with the biggest practices and serving the most people are also the people that are the deepest in their philosophy and able to communicate the benefit of chiropractic to people, which is huge, because if they don't know, how can they choose it? So your ability to communicate that is essential for your success, and it also is going to make you feel so much better about how you're practicing because you're congruent with your belief system then. And then the last one, the 5th one, is coming from a place of power. And I think all of these things all contribute to that. So your philosophy, your goal setting, having great mentors, all of this is really important to be the person who stands for something, and that way when you're trying to convey your message, you're coming from a place of power so that you can lead people. Because people want to know the message that you have, but if you say it in a quiet way or you don't tell them because you're scared, you're not going to get it across. So coming from a place of power is a great place as long as you're doing it in a really loving way, which of course we are with our chiropractic principles on our side. Thanks.